can kill me, but you will never destroy me. It takes strength to resist the dark side.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Are you kidding? Why the hell should I wait for you?
I know what it's like to try and rebuild a life. I had a bad day too.
If you're having nightmares, then welcome to the club. My name's Subaru Natsuki, and I am the Knight of Amelia.
Right now, all I can give you is just death.
If you are feeling disheartened, that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze.
What's got you giggling like a fucking idiot, huh?
I'm sorry. I love the new intro. I absolutely love it. Beautiful. I just have to laugh because it's like all of these like motivational, inspirational quotes, and it gets the guts, and it just.
Well, hopefully anyone who's listening didn't just lose their hearing.
Sorry, guys.
No. What more inspiration do you need than just guts screaming his lungs out? I mean, come on.
Man is too angry to die.
Who? Okay, which one is like whose anger would win, Doomslayer or Guts?
They become best friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
All
right. So tonight on the list we have Florida Men, a whole lot of movies, and some American stuff actually to cover. So
Nice to see stuff from the homeland.
Yes. But
Or
before I
is it?
start, I mean, I gotta tell a little bit of a story here because this is kind of like a really weird thing that happened. So if you're familiar with the channel Weebs and Waifus, I usually spend too much time chilling out in their chat. And, well, I put up a tweet at the beginning of the year. And hold on. Actually, I should pull this up because I think you'll get a kick out of it. Yeah. Let me go to my own account and find my own tweet. Where is it?
See, I don't partake in the degeneracy that is Twitter or
Here we
really
go.
any social media.
So I tweeted this out, and well, it ended up on a live stream.
For the power of mindism. So they showed
Hunter
that
Hunter's
up on
trending.
So
that, yeah.
Why is that? Wait, why is Hunter Hunter trending? Is it because it's coming back? Or
That's a good question. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It's probably the Hunter Hunter fighting game. Yeah,
it was a fighting game?
Yeah, apparently. That's
Alrighty.
That's something we could probably see if there's any information on.
I was
really
gonna
quick.
say it'd be really cool if we could find like a trailer or something. That'd be fun to go over.
Hunter Hunter Nen Impact fighting game announced.
No trailer or anything?
I'm going to share the article here that I've got, and we can run through this really quick because I'm interested. Because like Hunter Hunter is one of the like most well-written shonens I've ever.
I was going to say I love the power system.
The arc in the manga that I'm on. Sorry, I do this to you all the time.
No, it's just it's enough to make a man happy. And due to live stream issues, I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's enough to make it's almost enough to make a grown man cry. Almost. Okay. Now get back in there. No, it's the arc that I'm on, reading the manga It gets really mind fucky with the politics and all of that, and the powers and the political positioning, and it could not because that the most savage anime character to have ever been created. So a new Hunter x Hunter game is set in the same universe created by Yoshihiro Togashi has been announced.
I'm so glad you're reading that because I would have butchered that name.
You seriously can't pronounce Yoshihiro Togashi?
Yoshihiro
JM.
Togashi.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
JM. Hey, JM, how you doing?
we love jam. My favorite flavor of jam is grape.
No,
Personally.
JM, not jam, you dumbass.
You said jam.
I said JM.
It sounded like jam. A jam. What was it? Anyways,
Dick
moving
out
on.
now. So neither the release date nor platforms for this one. Okay. So there's basically nothing known other than this is the visuals we're looking at.
I mean, it's about what I expected. It kind of gives me like Dragon Ball Fighters vibes, where it's not going to be the highest quality.
If it's as good as Dragon Ball Fighters, it'll be a good fighting game.
Look, I'm not. This is not me trashing Dragon Ball Fighters. I mean, personally, Dragon Ball Fighters is one of my favorite fighting games. To the point where I mastered Perfect Cell. To an extreme. Anyways.
Yeah, well, one of the things that's like the big problem with these anime games is they tend to be more anime than game. Like Hinokami Chronicles was not a good game. Jump Force botched what could have been like the greatest crossover in history. We don't talk about some of the other anime games that have come out, but Dragon Ball Fighters actually was a very, very popular game because it was well made.
Yeah, it was a fun game too. And there's the DLC characters are fun.
What they need to do for this is just give us the most popular of the spiders, the main characters, and make it a 2D fighter game.
Well, they're gonna have Uvagin.
Why? So Kurapika can bring a shovel to the fight again?
Bro, that is the most savage moment in anime history, and it will forever be, at least to my knowledge.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring a shovel to the fight. Because you're gonna be buried here. That is the most savage shit you could ever pull.
That is, yeah, it is pretty wicked that he did that. Still one of my favorite disrespect moments in all of anime. I don't know if it's the best. I'd have to really go through and look at them, but it's up there. Either way, if they made this like Dragon Ball Fighters, they don't do the arena fighter thing and they don't make it a mobile game, this one could be good. Because I mean, you have a lot of
what?
Like Jump Force.
Oh, like 3D instead of 2D?
Like you're moving around in circles fighting each other.
Yes, so 3D instead of 2D.
Yes.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters, even though it has 3D graphics, is a 2D fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Injustice, all the good fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're fan.
Is it loud? I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Dude, I could keep time off that shit.
Stand by.
Well, at least he has pants on.
Oh, at least I have pants on.
That's what I said. Anyway.
Right, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize it was audible.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to get around it, but I could hear it over my and your talking. So I was just like, I don't want to subject everyone to the metronome clicking.
No, I'm glad you just mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, because then by the end of the stream, everyone's probably forgotten. But this is the internet where nothing's forgotten. So
mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, the Hunter x Hunter thing is interesting, but we got sidetracked by that because I was in the middle of telling a story about JM showed up. He's one of the guys who came over and subbed because of what happened over in the Weebs and Waifus chat. Lethal Lightning shared my tweet because he thought it was hilarious. And it showed up in the chat, and all of a sudden he's like, wait, this fucker has a YouTube channel? and it turned into a whole ordeal. They gave me a shout out. A bunch of people came and subbed. So thanks
awesome.
to Weebs and Waifus and the crew over there.
I have
'cause they didn't have to do that, and they did. I appreciate it.
I have a membership to their channel, just the $5 a month, but I'm like never there. So it's like I'm there I'm there financially, but not in spirit.
Bro, you miss out on some fun stuff. Mostly just Lethal calling everyone gay retards, but
Oh, shit.
which would be accurate for you.
Can't argue. Sorry, I accidentally knocked
So,
the
yeah.
escape key off my keyboard.
That was a thing that happened this week. And well, I think it's time to move into our comic highlight for the week. And honestly, even though these don't really get a whole lot of views, I still do love them. So let's get it going. Share screen. So, do you have any idea what this might be about?
What kind of a question is that? You haven't shown me anything.
Well, I mentioned it earlier. I said we're going to be dealing with Florida men.
Oh.
And okay,
Now I'm a little concerned.
this one's a bit of a rabbit hole. So, welcome to Florida Man versus Hogzilla.
I love it already.
So it's already, all funded. You can buy it. This is the guy's actual site. And I am going to copy that and put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. That is where you can go to support this guy. And it is exactly what you think. It is a Florida Man comic. And there are currently 2 volumes out. There's volume 1 and volume 2. And look, dude, the art style for this is just
I have
so
a certain
Kill Bill reference there.
I have a certain someone in mind that I'm sure you do too. That this would be perfect for.
It's great. It's amazing. Like I saw this. I was looking through A Drink with Crazy keeps an archive of all the projects they cover. And I was looking through his archive and I found this. And oh my god.
I think I might actually have to grab a copy of this myself.
So I went and backed their Indiegogo project. You can go there and immediately put a payment in for both copies, 1 and 2. But one of the things that's cool about this is this guy's not just doing this series. He has a bunch of others. So if you go over to his books, you can see he has a bunch of other different series. I actually have this one right here, this exact copy, and a reader's copy. But he has a bunch of other stuff. This story's cool, Bronze Star. And he's a pretty good writer. He works with really good artists. So effectively, the story of this Hogzilla, Florida Man versus Hogzilla, it's Florida Man shenanigans. Let me go to the Indiegogo page so I can read you the synopsis here because this is funny. Hogzilla 2. So, following the loss of his lottery winnings, Florida Man Gary is forced to vacate the $5 million mansion he and Crystal bought. Then, 1,000-pound feral swine begins savaging Kensington Gardens. The neighborhood HOA begs Gary to come back and bag the beast. Let me share my screen again and I'll show you some of this art.
I can't.
Here we go. Florida Man versus Hogzilla. If anyone's tuning in, welcome to this shit show. So yeah, you can get digitals if you really want to. I prefer physical. Always go physical. Because having the actual copy is great. Oh, here's the rest of it. First, Gary must contend with airline terrorists, smuggle 100 red-kneed tarantulas, befriend the talking catfish, and deal with the usual invasive species, including toilet snakes and an 18-foot python.
That's all right. Yeah. The story sells itself. I mean, you've got shenanigans and
dude, look at this artwork here, man. Look at that gator. That gator.
That's a handsome gator. That's a very handsome.
Hey,
gator.
King's Advisors, how you doing? We're talking about a comic book called Florida Man versus Hogzilla.
Dude, this comic sells itself. It's gold. It's freaking gold.
Yes. So it's look, you know I'm a fan of all the Florida Man shenanigans, and that kind of tickles my fancy.
It tickles your pickle. I'm never saying that again, especially not in that voice.
Yeah, please do not. Oh, there's more to this little synopsis.
There's more?
His new bride, Crystal, is deep in the swamp training to fight Australian grappler cassowaries. Interfering with Marshall Bliss.
All right, I am 100% having the freaking.
What awards, Caleb? What awards? You know I have achieved nothing in my life, right? Like I am miserable, have done nothing. I am worthless. I'm kidding.
You're worthless. You're weak. You'll never be king.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, dude, it just gets better and better the more I read it. And like I said, this guy, he did that Bronze Star series, which, hold on a second, actually, I want to show you this. I should have gotten this out earlier.
He's showing us his stuff.
But, like, look at the artwork on this. If the like, this is the black and white version, like the collector, like the.
And what is this?
Edition.
This is the what?
This is Bronze Star by the same guy who's doing that Hogzilla.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, the artwork looked really good. And like I said, it's right up my alley, and this thing is freaking gold. It sells itself.
Right? You okay there?
Huh?
So yeah, I mean, I already have already backed. I'm waiting to get those copies because this seems like one of the greatest comic books I have ever stumbled upon. And this is like one of the big reasons why I love indie is they do wild stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you can really consider Ethan Van Sciver independent anymore. He's kind of like a big name. I don't really think he fits into the indie sphere, kind of like Eric July. But they both do good stuff. And Van Sciver, I like his Cyberfrog comics. I just don't like some of the stuff he does on the like social networking and all that. He can be a bit of a drama queen at times. Anyway, moving on from that, because I don't want to sit on indie drama for too long. I guess I will give you a choice here. Are you interested in doing War of the Rohirrim right now? Or do we want to go into some of the stuff like Overlord and all of that? Or
I was gonna say we could go into the Lord of the Rohirrim, but then you mentioned Overlord. So
Overlord only has like a 45-second trailer out, and I'm not exactly sure what it covers.
Well, it's
a teaser at the very least, but if you want to go over that really quick, and then we can move into War of the Rohirrim.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one that I have a whole lot to say about after my research today.
No, I do have a very, very soft spot for Bone Daddy Irons. So
I hate that you share screen.
I'm not the first person who said that. I know for a fact. Alrighty.
So, to answer your question real quick, Caleb, I have been looking into the people actually working on the project and their track records, like the kind of things that they've made, their the studio that's doing the animation and all of that. That's the kind of stuff I have comments on, and I found a decent bit of their work out there. Some of it's actually pretty good, and well, we'll get into that. But Overlord. So we've been waiting for this for a little while now, haven't we?
That's the movie trailer, or
This is Overlord Holy Kingdom movie trailer, yes.
yeah, I can't read
The
Japanese.
teaser. It's
so-
the teaser. Well, neither can I.
You can read it more than I can, that's for sure.
Well, I can read this. That's katakana. I can read katakana. All the fucking kanji on here, I couldn't tell you what it means. That literally just says Overlord.
You see, to me, it's all scribbles. So everyone's favorite demon.
Yes. Oh, declaring war right out the gate, huh?
重曹が絶叫が延々とこだまするようなそんな楽しい国にしたいのです。劇場版オーバーロード西王国編
So they're really not going to give us much with a teaser. I didn't expect to.
I mean,
See a
at
whole
least
lot
we
on
know
that.
for sure it's coming out this year.
Yeah, this year, along with some of the other like stuff. Which look, Overlord. One of my biggest complaints is like the amount of CGI they used in their animation, which isn't bad. Overlord's more of a political drama than like an action series. You're not there to watch fights. You're there to watch Ainz conquer the world. That's pretty much the
And
whole
bullshit
point.
his way through it.
Yeah, you're here to watch a dude pretend like he's big brain, but he's really just lucking out. But this does have the opportunity to like do the sort of like action movie kind of stuff, which is what I'm a bit excited about. And I feel like whenever they do movies, their animation is always really good. So
No, I like I said, I freaking love Overlord. It's probably one of my favorite Isekai stories, next to Konosuba. Kind of hard to beat Konosuba.
So I gotta pull up this. I forgot.
So
to
yeah,
do this.
I'm seriously looking forward to that.
Okay, there we go. War of the Rohirrim. Where is the IMDb article? Okay, I'm going to share this. Or not IMDb article, but the IMDb page. So we really don't have a whole lot to work with on War of the Rohirrim, which is one of the big things that I'm really looking forward to this year, because I feel like it could be a pretty entertaining movie. As to, you know, how it's actually going to adhere to lore, we have yet to see. And what this covers is, Ian, you're familiar with Helm's Deep, right?
Yeah.
And if Caleb, if I'm wrong, correct me. But this is pretty much the story of like how that fortress got its name. It's kind of it says right there, the untold story behind Helm's Deep, hundreds of years before the fateful war. Okay, so yeah, it follows Helm Hammerhand, king of Rohan, and his last stand. This is the only like visual material they've given us, if it'll load, to work with, which who knows how accurate this is going to be, because it just looks like concept art, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing we can do here is we can start looking into the people actually responsible for making this. And now a director is going to be the person, you know, guiding this whole thing along. And it's important to have a good one. So when they chose this particular director, I think what they were looking at was the fact that he directed Akira, which is one of like the biggest anime, most like notorious anime movies out there. Again, you and I need to watch that together. So Akira is cool. You see how it's rated pretty high, but his other credits aren't.
I'm looking
Even
at
if he's got a 7.5, but 6.3, 5.8, just kind of like middling reviews. Okay, that's kind of a little troubling. And then you start seeing the Ghost in the Shell stuff, and a lot of his projects seem to be very, very middling at best. This one, 8.2, that's a good
I was
rating.
going to say 8.2, 7.8, 8.3.
But I'd be interested to see whether that's like a weighted score or what they did for this.
How can you tell?
Should be able to go here. Ratings, user ratings. Okay, so it looks like the majority of people said it was about an 8. It's very top heavy on the ratings. So yeah.
So the director's kind of medium.
A director can be very, very hit or miss when it comes to this stuff. I'm more interested in knowing what the writers and the animators are going to be doing.
And the director is also part of the writers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's for Ghost in the Shell.
I was going to say, wait a second, that's Ghost in the Shell.
Because once you get over to Rohirrim, let's go here. These are your writers, okay? And this is a bit interesting. Now, obviously, I should preface this by saying that just because these people are involved doesn't mean it's going to. It could be good, it could be bad. There's no real like saying definitively, but you can kind of get a gauge of what they do with their writing credits and how they perform. So writing, not so bad. I mean, 8.4. He wrote Grey's Anatomy and whatever this is, Life in a Year. So his credits are kind of short. He wrote 1 episode of Grey's Anatomy. So this dude is all over the place. A very inexperienced writer. That literally the Dark Crystal.
I thought Buffalo was in Kentucky. Why did I think that?
I'm not surprised you would think something like that.
Look, I did barely pass geography, so that doesn't surprise me either.
Yep.
We love ads. We love ads.
So moving on to the next person. They're writing like they have 1 credit. Wow, sorry. Oh, this is an actress. Uncredited. Okay. As a writer, doesn't really have much experience.
Film extra uncredited.
Was a film extra in Fellowship of the Ring. Okay. Either way, known for their writing credits. Oh, not even that. This person doesn't have any writing credits.
Yikes.
Or no meritable writing credits right now. Like, we can't do anything about things that haven't premiered. And then there's the final one. So another writer for, the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. Again, pretty well received. Life in a Year. 6.2 was a writer. Credits. He was actor, writer, upcoming previous 5. Wrote 10 episodes of The Dark Crystal and Manos Partidas. I have no idea, but they're shorts. So this guy's writing It doesn't look like they've gotten any serious writing talent to talk about, which is a little concerning.
To be fair, I'm just gonna play the devil's advocate here. As far as I know about like Lord of the Rings and Tolkien lore, the story's pretty much written itself. In that case. So it's like one of those things where like
in War of the Royal. Let's see.
What you looking up?
I want to see if they're actually going to bring in Tom Shippey, who's like the eminent Tolkien scholar and like knows all things Lord of the Rings lore, I should say. Production.
Yeah, if they don't, that's going to be a huge red flag.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a red flag, but it would be nice to know that someone who's committed to the show is actually involved. I could be just being stupid here, and showing my ignorance. Oops, that was not what I wanted. I just wanted to go straight to Tom Shippey. That's what I wanted to do. I'm being okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Should I do a drum roll?
No, I'm just doing a stupid. So unfortunately, the man seems to have passed away. But yeah, that's what you get for opening your dumb mouth. Either way, you would think they would want someone on here who is like a proper like fan of the lore, someone who is very familiar with Tolkien work, especially after the disaster of Rings of Power.
What do you mean? What do you mean disaster of Rings of Power? It was awesome. That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't shoot me.
Anyway, all of that said, the writers, we pretty much know nothing about them. The director, he had one serious hit. Everything else was just kind of middling. So now we're nice.
I forgot to mute myself. I'm sorry.
Nice. So all right. Yeah, see, that's one of the things, like, Kings knows a whole lot more about Lord of the Rings than I would. And I'm looking at it purely from, like, the production part of it. And I can't tell if he's being sarcastic here or not. He did give me a good lead on all the on some, like, Tolkien books that I may or may not have already ordered. Anyway, my last concern for this movie is strictly going to be about like how they're going to do their animation.
Mm. Oh, it's animated.
Yes, it's an animated movie.
Okay.
And this is the company. Oh, it's still not sharing. That is doing the animation. Sola Digital Arts. They're a part of Warner, if I'm not mistaken, and they're notable for a lot of just okay anime productions.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun.
Hello from the States. So yeah, they did a lot.
Krim, we've done it. We're international. Let's go,
Mr. Worldwide. So they've done a lot of Ghost in the Shell and a lot of Ultraman. And honestly, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of these were received like incredibly well. Well, here, let's just for good measure, Heavenly Delusion was a good anime out of the last year, and it was an 8.2. Okay.
8.21.
An amazing anime tops the freaking charts at a 9.14.
Even after the Full Metal Alchemist stands came
The
through.
average rating on this site, like the average, like exact average, is going to be something like a 7, somewhere between 7 and 8. That's like the watchable zone. Like, it's okay. So the studio, who also is connected to the director and the writers, because they wrote some of this stuff, are pretty much known for producing kind of stuff. At least if I'm, connecting all these threads together. So it seems like Caleb's pretty confident in the fact that Lord of the Rings will be lore accurate, because it's got some of the original people involved in it, which good. I like to see that. But as far as like straight up quality, well, we should hope that Warner Bros. As a whole will be holding them to a good standard for this, because so far I'm not particularly impressed by their track record. They got a lot of spotty stuff. It's like all over the place. Which, again, I'm making all of these statements on what limited information I could find after getting my videos recorded and put up for the day. Because I was originally going to like skip over this for the time being, because this movie doesn't come out till December. I don't even think there's been a trailer for it yet. I haven't seen one. But I don't know. I feel like if I had to like make an assumption based on the information I've got now, outside of seeing their actual work in a trailer, I would say that seems kind of dodgy.
For sure.
Obviously, having the director of Akira involved in it, that's a good thing, because that was a good movie. But his other projects, I looked up some of the Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell stuff. There's a lot of CGI. It's not bad CGI, but it was like heavily CGI'd anime.
I'm just correcting you for all the people who will freak out about that.
Yeah, I understand. That's all I'm concerned about right now. I think the story will push more than art. Of course, art will be important if they decide to continue this type of storytelling, but I just want to see a successful Lord of the Rings accurate story first. Yes.
You see, my dumbass thought he was saying see half.
I think that's a pretty measured and rational take to see. A good Lord of the Rings story out of this will still sell. I'm not saying like their work is okay, and a good Lord of the Rings story with okay visuals will probably still do really well. I didn't see anything in their animation that was super terrible. And if they have some of the original writers from the series involved in this, they have people who actually care about Tolkien lore involved in this, more likely than not, it'll be good narratively and in terms of writing, but it may not impress with the visuals like some other projects will, which is about par for the course out of a lot of Western stuff. I mean, even like Spider-Verse and Blue-Eyed Samurai, I have like some things that didn't quite feel right to me.
I don't know. Personal opinion, I felt like the first Spider-Verse was it wasn't like great, but it was okay. It was entertaining. It was nice. It was a good change of pace from the absolute shit show that had been coming out.
So would you say it was overrated?
A little bit. A little bit.
I still have
But
yet to watch those movies.
I have yet to watch the second one and the first one all the way through. I watched like 3/4 of the first one, and I'm missing it's like sporadically I'm missing 1/4 of it of the movie, like throughout the entire thing.
Okay, did that one already. Sorry, let me clear up some of my tabs here. We're gonna need to talk about the Hunter x Hunter game. We've been over
Not anymore. We've went over it.
yeah, our Lord of the Rings stuff. Well, that was open tabs from earlier, and I am getting crammed. So really, make
sure you close the incognito one too while you're at it.
I close those right after I'm done every time.
You're supposed to do that.
You don't?
Not normal.
That and either that or I just keep it all, stored up there in one old book somewhere.
And it's all in Japanese, so no one can tell what the hell it is.
I mean, Berserk, the big block. You can find plenty of material in Berserk if you're really a depraved motherfucker. There are plenty of boobies.
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah. I love that series, though. Absolute banger. So we can go into some Star Wars stupidity. Someone saying some dumb shit.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Or we can do a little bit more of like the anime stuff.
Let's see what's going on in Star Wars.
All right. So let me pull up the article then.
I'm about to piss off everyone in your subscriber base. Star Wars is overrated.
Oh, I'm primarily an anime channel, so
Fair enough.
Not really worried about that. Anyway, so
legit thought because it was blurred out that first people you may also be searching for.
This is the tab I meant to pull up. That was the search tab. This is one of the things I fucking hate about Chrome is you do a search and then you click on the article and it opens up another tab to do the stupid freaking article.
I've never had that happen.
Is that just me? Am I not normal? Is that not normal? Am I not normal?
I've never had that happen.
Okay, I'm probably just retarded, like my tweet said. Anyway, so Daisy Ridley's new Star Wars director says it's about time we had a female filmmaker come forward to shape the galaxy far, far away. So if they're going to do a Rey movie, if you haven't heard, Rey, that bland, boring, uneventful character nobody gave a fuck about. Kathleen Kennedy's self-insert.
They put a chick in it, and they made her gay and lame.
They probably will make her gay in this one, but so Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, the director of Miss Marvel, a show nobody watched, has gotten into the limelight recently for kind of irritating fans and all that. Mostly with it's time for a woman to step up, but people ended up dredging up some of her old comments, and I have them here. Let me tab over to something else so that my search history doesn't give away what I've been looking at. There we go. We'll just go with the recently uploaded on this one. So this is a clip that came out 8 years ago that people have dredged up against this woman, by the way.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you really quick right there. What the fuck is that first video at the very top on the right there?
that is a stereotypical yellow flash thumbnail. That's what it is. So this is what the woman had to say 8 years ago that people are trying to throw back in her face. And I'll explain it after we get through it.
And so you are watching the lessons of, and it's a dramatization of the lessons of it. As an activist and an artist, do you make that calculation? Who is my target? You talked a little bit about, I want women to watch this, and I want them to feel empowered, and I want my daughter to have heroes. I couldn't help but notice a thread through each of these that the men.
This guy's gonna simp for a while. I forgot about that part of the clip.
Wondering.
What?
It looks like he was almost done. Maybe not.
As one.
I
of
watched this
them.
clip earlier. He spends like the first minute simping.
What is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable.
Pause. Hold up. I want to say something really quick. She could say that and get away with it, but if I say I like to make women uncomfortable, I get put on a watch list.
We're gonna go in. I get a feeling, but we're
Don't ask how I know that.
Well, I already know you're on watch lists, multiple.
for other various reasons, but we're not going to talk about that on stream.
Anyway,
Anyways.
yes, that is the line that people have dredged up that like everyone's giving her flack for.
I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Not you, just
Not
you
you,
know, not you.
Point taken. Point taken.
But it is important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, I am here, and recognize that. And recognize that I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection, and then say, maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there is something wrong with the way I am.
Yeah, you're freaking
addressing the-
stupid.
Is that your honest thoughts?
Like, I feel myself losing IQ, and that's like by listening to this woman speak, and that speaks volumes considering I'm already negative on the scale.
So here's the thing. I intentionally framed this the way that YouTube has kind of been framing it. You know what she's talking about there?
What?
This was 8 years ago when she was doing documentaries about honor killings in Pakistan and how they would execute women for being the victims of the R word.
What?
Yes. That's what she was talking about in that clip. But you see what the internet did to it? They took it and they ran with it. Yeah, honestly, I was fooled by it myself a little bit. I saw the clip and all the rage baiting around it. And look, her comments about it's time for a woman to direct Star Wars, stupid in and of themselves, even without that, okay? But what the internet pretty much did was they connected that to something it wasn't connected to at all, and they started rage baiting using that and, trying to start up the whole fight. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I still don't think she deserves a role, Look, I appreciate that you even showed up to my usually anime-centered stream. So, have a good one, Caleb. Godspeed. They spent a lot of time, like people. Look, I'm off kilter now.
He's losing. He's breaking character. He's about to go feral.
Real Crim is here and brain stopped working. The drugs have worn off. No, so I don't think she deserves like the position of directing a Star Wars movie. She has done no filmmaking. Like she did the Miss Marvel TV show, and it was so bad they had to redo it multiple times. She's a documentary maker, not a filmmaker. Which is like, hugely different. So, yeah, she's been put in there for diversity, but bringing up a clip where she's talking about something completely unrelated is a very unfair way of framing her. Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of like what am I looking at? What am I looking for? I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry. The hamster stopped running. I lost power in my brain for a moment.
Congratulations. Anyway, I think Drinker had the best take out of all the videos that I watched on this subject. He basically said, I don't understand why all these people are still fighting over the empire of dust that is Star Wars. It's dead. People have kind of stopped caring about it at this point. Like, whether someone makes a shitty movie out of a dead franchise or not shouldn't really matter to us. I get, to some extent, why you would be still defensive of Star Wars. Because Star Wars was a huge part of my childhood. I loved that growing up. It was part of the reason why I started reading a lot of science fiction. Kind of bled over into Doctor Who, and that's the stuff that really got me started writing. But at this point, are we really surprised that another bad Star Wars project is getting put out? Are we?
Okay. What do you think would happen? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked by that comment. We have to bring it up. It's normal. Twink the hamster never runs with you truthfully. And more Lane gobbledygook.
I don't know. That's the most coherent sentence he's ever typed.
I don't. That's not making sense to me. Sorry, I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep, and the rain that I drank earlier today is wearing off. That's all right.
Hey, don't worry, we don't have to go much longer.
I died.
Anyway.
What was I saying? Where are we? When are we?
We're talking about
it? It's time. Sorry, what time is it? It's time for you to stop being a bitch. Got him! All that set up for that one joke. Ah.
Anyway, there's a lot of like,
and he ignores me.
Well, because I want to get this stream back on track.
All right, sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of what?
I don't know. You fucking derailed me again. Oh God. Well, we're still more on track than the Roll of Rome cast, though.
I don't even know what that is.
They're another group of idiots who are out here. I shouldn't say idiots. You remember Roland when all you guys?
Oh, okay, that's his.
He's the co-host for that show.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Look, Star Wars has been in a bad place for many, many years, and while it's true that there haven't been any female directors, why does it matter? This is the point that Drinker raised, and if you really want to hear what he made, dude, his video on this is really good. Why does her being a female director matter? What does it change? Men and women can both make good movies and bad movies, regardless of their gender, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So why does her being a female director matter? And obviously it's because it's part of that diversity push. They're looking to, take the whole activism route with it. And it is what it is.
You think?
But I do not think that you need to go pulling up old statements about things that are actual tragedies in the world and throwing them back in her face. Like, you said this? Even though it wasn't about Star Wars, you said you like to make men uncomfortable? Well, yeah, when you're talking about men who do some awful, shitty things in Pakistan, probably should be okay with making men uncomfortable. But I digress. I don't want to get into any more of that SJW bullshit. I don't want to get into world politics. That's not what I do on this stream. I'm here to talk about entertainment, what I like, what I don't.
We don't do geopolitics here. We do anime.
We do anime, and we operate on hamster wheels.
Is that not normal? Am I not normal?
So we got like 2 movies left to look at.
We have to watch 2 movies.
No trailers, dumbass. Trailers. Let's see what their videos. Okay, they have the teaser, and they have teaser. So
I
have a
just
couple.
realized there's a number 9 on this shirt. I don't know why.
Look, it's kind of funny because like I'm Mitch McConnell. Okay, you know what? I need to make that. I need to make that a clip for this. Just Mitch McConnell sitting there staring. So let's. So this one is The Witch on the Holy Night. If I could pull it up.
And this is by who?
So right here we have movie not available yet. Studio Ufotable.
And that's the same studio that's doing
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Ooh.
So we got 2 PVs here. So let's see if there's anything good in them.
PV.
Previews.
Okay.
So this is all based on a novel.
We lost you, Krim.
What's up?
There we go. You're back. It sounded like you yanked your mic cord out or something.
What?
When you
Oh, did you hear me say that this was based on a novel?
Yeah, as you were saying that, you started playing it, and then it sounded like your mic cord cut out, got ripped out.
Yeah, it might just be conflicting audio. Yeah.
So go ahead. Sorry.
So like, if they're gonna show the scene that I am thinking they will in these PVs,
If that's going to be the animation for the movie, wow.
dude, I have a tweet debuting some of this. Like, it looks.
That's freaking beautiful.
Yeah. Right.
What?
Okay.
That shit was crisp. What?
Is this the one that's gonna actually? Oh, this one's a minute 30. Okay, we got a full length trailer.
Let's go. We like,
Hypermoon or Type Moon.
we like
and
we
Ufotable.
like full length.
Oh, dude, even just the anime, like, look how it's like shifting there.
That is
Like, I think that was CGI used there.
I don't even care. It was beautiful. It's beautiful.
No, I don't look. I've said this before. I don't care about CGI.
Look, you're a lot more pickier about it than I am. I mean, for crying out loud,
good.
My
movement
guilty
animation.
pleasure anime is Ruby. So Type Moon.
Yeah, so far, dude, this looks good, right?
Yeah.
Like, Ufotable just doesn't disappoint with their animation. Unless it's Demon Slayer Season 3.
It was not terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but it was like
look,
huge
it's
step
hard.
down.
It's hard to like compare and compete with yourself when you pump out the absolute forge fire that is Entertainment District Demon Slayer. Like, you cannot top that shit.
Is that right? You could be right. You're so right.
unless you're Jujutsu Kaisen, then you can top it. Which we still need to catch up on.
Oh, I've been caught up.
I know you've been caught up, but I'm not. Anyway,
We
continue.
have the opportunity.
Yeah, all right, we have the opportunity.
Dude, I love the artwork for this so far. There's something I notice about like the way her legs are moving in there.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Like,
too.
it looked kind of static, but the artwork around it is beautiful.
Mhm.
And that's like one of the things I love about how Ufotable does a lot of their like animation is it always looks gorgeous like that in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Please show what I think you're going to show. Yes. That looked cool. Here it is.
don't even care if it's CGI. That shit's sick as hell.
That is insane, right? I mean,
That is awesome.
Like, I want to see this movie. I am
I'll go-
excited for this shit.
Yeah, I'll go see it for sure.
We eating good with this one. Again, UFO table with their
I'm
backgrounds.
sorry, what? What did you just say?
Said we eating good with this one. What, you didn't know that's why they burn the witches?
Don't get up. No.
Wrong clip. I almost clicked the wrong clip. And you know which one it would have been. I am professional. I
was expecting the Peter Griffin just what the fuck?
No, I was trying to go with the no.
Don't get a boner. That would have been very awkward.
I feel like that could be like another Mugen Train kind of thing right there.
Dude, it would look, after seeing that, I am so looking forward to that shit.
It looks good, right?
It looks awesome. Like, look again. You can't. It's so hard to compete with Entertainment District Demon Slayer, but that shit looks pretty close to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we got one trailer left, and if you feel like going a little bit longer, we can look through some of the upcoming anime and stuff. I know there's some in there that I haven't told you about. I did it last week, so we're gonna like do it really briefly, not get into a whole lot of it, but okay. Thanks for that. I'm going to share that now.
Please don't.
If you got to step away, I can pull something up really quick. Oh, wait, there is one more thing I want to go into. So if you want to step away and do your thing and come back, you're probably going to want to see this.
Yeah, absolutely.
While I pull that up, that actually gives me a great opportunity to do this.
You can boot me to the backstage, and then I'll let you know.
I can see you when you're back. So it's just me. Welcome. I'm flying solo for a little bit, okay? So we are going to pull up, if you don't understand what's going on. Am I still sharing? I am. Okay. I will. Oops. I am doing this wrong. Let's get rid of that tab, and we'll go down to this tab and make it easy on myself here. Professional. Professional. That's a song by Switchfoot. Amateur lovers. Do yourself a favor and look up Switchfoot if you haven't already. Where are my bookmarks? Okay, my bookmarks are over here. And Nen Battle, there's that. Here we go. There's that. All right. I want to full screen that. And I want to share this tab. Oh. Well, he's not back yet. So I'm alone. And I will pull it up when he gets back here. So for the time being, I think I mentioned this earlier in my We Need to Talk video that I'm going to be covering the man, the myth, the legend, Tolkien himself. And that video is going to come way later in the year, and I got to give a shout out live right now to King's Advisors for the fact that he actually gave me some pointers on where to look for good information on Tolkien. So if you feel like seeing some game playthroughs, he's been doing Mass Effect lately, and he's been covering like Reacher, James Bond, Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff. King's Advisors, good guy to watch. He does a live stream every Tuesday. So, and we're back. I told you I can see you. I can see everyone in the backstage because I'm an administrator on my channel.
Well, now that I can think, you said
Yeah,
you
you
had
feel
one
better?
more thing you wanted to show me.
I have a couple of things, but one of them is so. Do you know who Yusuke Murata is?
No, not at all.
He is the artist for One Punch Man, the manga.
Ah.
He's the one who takes one's drawings, his chicken scratch, and turns it into proper manga.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, here you go. Here's Fubuki Murata. Yes, I understand. Well, this tweet came out recently. One Punch Man illustrator Yusuke Murata uploaded another part of his anime project produced with Studio Village titled Zayuki. So
Ah.
people think he's going to be like getting into like the animation business and all that. I've seen some like chatter about him actually starting his own studio. I don't know if that's confirmed, but he did have a hand in making this clip, and bro, I like it. And you'll see why right off the bat. So where's the volume? Does this not have volume?
Apparently it doesn't. Bitches love cannons.
Yeah. Yes. But I swear this thing had audio. What the hell?
Skill issue.
Like you can see Murata's art style in like everything. As far as animation goes, it looks pretty good, right?
They apply physics pretty well. That's all I'm going to say about it.
The physics and the tanning.
I didn't even notice that.
You are
You're
but
an
the
even bigger
noise.
degen than I am.
You are but the grasshopper. I shall teach you the way, young grasshopper.
Oh,
But it's Golden Monkey.
pretty sure that's going to get copywritten.
Maybe this stream might get copywritten. Who knows? Okay. One of the things I got to point out, I really wish I could figure out what was going on with the audio because I swear that this thing had audio, and I'm sharing it through Google, so it should be good. But like, it's got a very cartoony animation style to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes the whole thing just seem comedic rather than
There's
intense.
definitely the influence of one in it for sure, because like one has always had this like nonsensical, whimsical kind of like aspects to everything that he does, like One Punch Man, Mob Psycho, which by the way is my number one. Just casual, like nudge nudge, go watch that shit.
So yeah, I mean, like, I love seeing this kind of stuff. I like the way that they're using the more like cartoonish animation style to sort of emphasize that this is supposed to be over the top ridiculous, and it still looks good. It still looks like high speed kind of dynamic stuff. It isn't lazy. Like, look at this. It's so over the top. It's so outlandish. Like, if they turn this into an actual project, I am so watching this. Like, I don't look. I swear there's audio to it.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm too distracted by the physics
This
demonstration going on.
Yeah. How does that work? It's one tough little monkey, huh?
I like that monkey.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely epic.
I just love the cat lady with a Barrett 50 cal because like you're probably thinking of the exact same meme as I am. Cats are only limited in their predatory habits
Yes.
by how far up the food chain they can move. It's really hard when you're only 10 pounds, but if you gave a cat opposable thumbs and access to force multipliers, one would absolutely look at a T-Rex and think that's tonight's dinner.
Absolutely.
Just to sum it all up, if you still don't understand, cat girls are the ultimate alpha predator. That's it.
My lawyer has advised me to make no. And she bends the freaking.
Right? Just gotta pause on the jiggles, dude. Like, I just gotta say, a hot chick with a gun, it's my type.
You can't go wrong.
Like I said, they really emphasize the tanning there.
Anyways, yeah, it's like you said, if that becomes like an actual like project, I'd be seriously interested in that, especially because one's involved in it. And like I said, one is probably one of my favorite like writers, because I'm sorry, I'm stuttering right now.
One is a good writer, but he definitely needs help on the art department.
Yes. And that's part of the reason why I love Mob Psycho, is because even though it's not exactly one's art per se, it still has like 99% of one's influence in there. And it's just, that's what gives Mob Psycho 100 that just charm is the goofy ass art style.
Now I have one more with like art style and animation that really like has caught my eye. And it's the one I mentioned earlier that I'm gonna have to start the series that this is attached to. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a movie based on the Great Pretender series. And I gotta pull it up here. There we go. I honestly like the art style of this series right off the bat. I like the way characters are drawn.
やり残したことは
Hope that's loud.
おめえを本当に騙したかったべ。
Like, look at that. That looks cool. Close that out. Also, I like the music, right?
I was gonna say,
I see you moving.
It's fucking groovy.
But again, like look at the art style. You can't tell me that that's bad. When they get to some of the character designs, oh yeah, in theaters January 9th.
That's 3 days from now.
Dude, it all looks so good. It looks better than when I was looking at this on my own, dude. Like look at that like action animation.
なん
That
でこ
looked
んな
good.
ことになったんだろ
I'm liking it.
う。これ以上騙したら
I gotta keep pausing and interrupting it just so that I can, dodge copyright and not get hit.
Yep, because nothing's stronger than a Japanese copyright lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can find the other trailer for it that I saw really quick here. But I told you like I think this is it. Is this it? Nope. It's not. Okay. I'm not going to dig too far into it. But like I told you, the premise for it is basically like Japan's greatest con man ends up getting involved with like America's greatest con man, and they're kind of having like a dick measuring contest to see who's better. So he goes over to America to like prove that he is the greatest con man in the country. That's what I understand of the plot, and I have yet to start watching this, but it looks like it's pretty well liked.
That sounds
I
fun.
like the animation style on it, so it might be something that I check out on my own.
That's definitely it definitely sounds like a fun series, no doubt.
Yes. it sounds like a good bit of comedy and fun. So, do you want to check out some of the upcoming anime that are going to be debuting this year? Do you want to go through it really quickly, or do you just want to call it?
I mean, if you want to go on your own, that's perfectly fine.
I've already been through all this on my own, so.
Oh.
The only reason I was asking is if you wanted to see if there was anything in there that was interesting to you.
Not really, no.
All right. Then I guess we're going to call that a wrap because we've hit all our topics for the night. We hit the hour mark. Usually I try to run it to an hour, hour and a half, and we're kind of right in the middle of that right now. So thank you to everyone who showed up. JM the Elite Fan, thank you for showing up from the Weebs Waifus crew. King's Advisors, thanks for sticking around. I'm surprised you even came over here to begin with because we normally talk anime. Seven Boss. I mean, I don't know why I'm getting recommended in Belgium, but nice to have you. Lane, fuck you. I'm just kidding. We love Lane. He's a great guy. And thank you to Ian for showing up, being a co-host, even though I know there's other things you would rather do. I appreciate you helping me out with this, being the co-host.
I love helping you out, bro.
And with that
Also,
said,
one more thing. Nice collection. Nice collection.
I'm proud of it. And
I do have to ask though. What was King's Advisors talking about all the way up near the beginning? He says, your shelves, guess you forgot getting bodied. I'm guessing there's some sort of joke there.
I'm a little dodgy, but I mean, it's probably referring to the joke the other night where Pilgrim decided he was going to comment on my empty shelves, and Caleb immediately responded with, "It's full of all his life's achievements."
Yep.
911, I'd like to report a murder.
Now give them hell.